Hey guys, it's Gretchen with A Home Reimagine. I want to show you what I'm doing these days. In addition to having my vintage antique booth, I am into junk journaling, and this was totally new to me. Back in the day, I did the scrapbooking thing, creative memories, and that was a lot of fun, but I really got away from that, and life got busy. But as I was moving away from doing my Rethunk Junk paint business, I was looking for something else that might be something that I could get into, that might enjoy, and just have a hobby. And just looking online, I started looking at paper crafts, and anyway, went down a rabbit hole, and I ended up looking at all these videos on junk journaling. You heard me right, junk, J-U-N-K, journaling. And it's a really interesting craft. If you've never heard of it, basically you take things that you would normally throw away, and you can make them into these beautiful books or pamphlets that are basically works of art in themselves, but they are usable. You could use a junk journal to write scripture in, poems, favorite sayings. If you print out pictures, you can print out pictures and paste them in, do your own little scrapbook kind of thing. If you like to just journal, pure journaling, perfect for that. Just all kinds of things. Or if you don't do any of those things and you just love interesting papers, it's a fun thing to have and to look at and enjoy. So I'm just going to flip the camera down here for a minute and show you a couple that I have been doing. Starting with my latest one, which is not the best. I wouldn't sell it, but I am going to give it to a friend who I know is she's an artist and she's very forgiving, and I made it specifically with her in mind. So there are a lot of blank pages in there that she could actually use for sketches and maybe some watercolors and all that. So I'm going to bring the camera down and just kind of show you this, what I'm talking about. So let's see if this is going to work. Can you see? It's been a while since I've done this, guys. All right, let's see if I can bring this more into, here we go. Okay, so regular box of tea, right? And all I did was take the box apart, cut it up, and then I used creases to make a folder like this. So this is basically this with fabric on it, and inside are all these beautiful pages that I have curated. And let me start from the very beginning if I can. So this is just from a gift card, a greeting card. Here is, these are called signatures, this group of papers here within. This is one signature, but it's a pretty large signature as far as the amount of papers. This is very small in size for most junk journals. But I wanted something kind of pocket size. So this is just a page out of an old book, poems, calendar pages. These are just curated papers. This is tea dyed, isn't that appropriate? Tea dyed paper. And just different textures. Here's a little envelope, a little clear envelope with a clip, and you can just put fun little ephemera is what it's called. These just happen to be some stamps. And whoever creates one of these just kind of has their own vibe, the own thing that they want to put in them. And you're going to find all kinds out there in the market. If you look online on Etsy, see here, or if you just look on YouTube videos, you'll see all kinds of creators, and they all have their own vibe. Here's another envelope. And it takes doing a few of them to kind of figure out what your own style is. Okay, so there's the center. There's where I have sewn all these pages into the spine to make this little booklet. Here's a fun little pocket, little prayer card, birds. I am so into birds and butterflies and flowers. That's kind of my theme with the vintage papers. I love putting poems in. I love having the textural pages. Here's a little belly band with an old photograph stuffed in it. Anyway, and here's some journaling cards. So if you wanted to, you know, have your own removable cards, you could put them in there. So when you get a junk journal from somebody and you choose to use it as your own, you can remove the little bits that come with it and use them however you want. You can put your own in. But isn't that just a really sweet little notebook to gift somebody? So this is my first attempt. This was my first attempt. This is actually what's called a glue book. It's still in the junk journal vibe, but it was basically a pre-made booklet that I just basically stamped, and you'll recognize some of these stamps from IOD, and collected just pieces of paper that I glued, some washi tape. That's an IOD transfer that I put on there. I made this pocket. You can, you know, put things in there, and you'll see it's kind of crinkly. That's because of the type of glue that I used. Again, this was my first attempt, so it was a learning experience, kind of grungy, and it was just a lot of fun. But then I discovered that this was not the way I wanted to go, that I was more interested in actually making my own little booklet. So that brings me to this next version that I did, and let's see, I tied that incorrectly. This is silk, sari silk from India, sari. Anyway, okay, and so this was actually a folder, and this is papers that I found and printed out from the internet. And you'll see the stitching. This is actually, I stitched this on a sewing machine. So I like this textural thing. You'll see there's some strings hanging out and all. This is kind of more my vibe. I like this size. This is a very easy to use journaling size. You'll see printed out papers. You'll see tea dyed papers. Some people use coffee dyed paper. I've tried my hand at doing a little painting, and it's just kind of a cool, fun thing. And you'll see, you know, fabric and, like I said, threads. And I discovered that this is my style. This is what I enjoy doing. So you may find these, if you shop my booth, you may in time find some of these available. I will never make a profit on them because there's just so much time and energy put in, and love put into it. See, this is the center, and I've got a little leaf there, metal leaf. But it's just a labor of love. It is a wonderful hobby. I think I enjoy putting a separated bookmark in here. This one I still need to put a little eyelet and put a little tassel on it so that it's movable. I think I'll probably include those in most of my bigger ones. So I just wanted to share with you, and there'll be some things that are attached. This is a little removable bookmark. Little prayer tag, prayer card, more ephemera that can be removed and moved around. A lot of vintage items, either the actual thing or recreated. And this is called a belly band. You can tuck things in. And this is actually a collage of different papers and different things. And this is something that I stamped and hand painted after I stamped. So that's basically it, and I think they would make really cute gifts. And anyway, so oh, I just didn't do that right. Let me do this right for you. Let me do this correctly. Of course, you know what? With junk journaling, there is so much forgiveness. It's just really whatever pleases you, whatever floats your boat, basically. Let me come back up here and say hey again. So, just want to show you that this is what I'm doing right now. This is kind of my hobby. It may become something that I do put in for sale. So anyway, it's called junk journaling. If you're on YouTube, you can research. You can see a lot of really, you go down a big rabbit hole because there's just so many beautiful things. And you'll see things that are not your taste, and you'll see things that you just gravitate to. So I just want to show you, this is kind of what I'm doing. This is kind of my style for now. It may change. You know, we all kind of grow as we do things, but this is kind of my style. Anyway, so I just want to say hello. It's been forever and a while, and I hope to share some fun news with you pretty soon about maybe a second booth where I will be have a booth myself, and I'll kind of talk to you about what my style is going to be in that booth, and also maybe share some Rethunk Junk news that's really good regarding Kathy Rourke and Turn Leaf Designs. So anyway, I hope you guys are having a fabulous week, and as always, I hope to see you soon. Take care. Bye.